Hey guys.
Hello everyone.
I'm Sharren Milicent Wagner.
And I'm Nigel Michael Cruz.
Okay, so what are we here for today?
We are here to speak about some very important thing which in context to our previous videos we keep speaking as to where we say where you all have to do your research before taking and looking into transfers, or if you're looking for a new admission somewhere abroad.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we keep stressing on the fact because, so let's start from the beginning. So I went to Ukraine through an agent because Nigel went through the same agent. And he had friends that had gone through, and they were all from my school, so we were in the same school, right? So we thought of him as a very trustworthy person, and we reached there. I spoke to the concerned person saying that, I'll reach there and I'll pay you the money, whatever it is, because obviously it was my first time, and even though we were, okay with trusting him, it was almost like, we couldn't pay so much of money all at once, just, without reaching the country.
And for her, it was easier to trust because I went through the same agency. My friend before me went through the same agency. So that trust factor started building up there, and then,
Yes.
even there, it was easier for them to trust him and, follow the instructions that he's giving.
I spoke to a few agents before him, but then I was like, let's just stick to this because it's trustworthy. There was a misunderstanding before I traveled to Ukraine, where I asked him like 100 times before I booked the tickets. I was like, should I? Before booking this time, I was like, please let me know 100% you're sure, only then I will book. He was like, yeah. And I told him the date, and I confirmed again before I booked. Right? So we were a group of 3 girls that went together with me. Suddenly, 3 days or a week before, he says, no, come 1 day before.
Earlier. Why? Because they have the entrance exam at the university.
Yeah.
Where they applied for.
Interview, he says.
Interview.
So we were like, what interview? He never told us about that. And because he went on the COVID batch, there were a little differences in the admission, it seems. So we were like, okay, fine, whatever. But I said, see, I asked you before I booked the tickets, and the tickets had become double the rate when I already booked the tickets. And now if you tell me that within 2 days you travel, I have to spend more. So I was like, no, I can't do that. He's like, then you cannot get admission in the summer batch, which was the September batch, which he promised me for. But because of our NEET getting, a little bit delayed, I know the video is going to be long, but then it's just that we want to get this out to you, okay? So because NEET got delayed, he was like, okay, we can get you in the summer batch, it's fine. And I was like, okay. Then he tells me, like, I said 2 days before, and he's like, you won't get into the summer batch. I was like, but you promised me. I was like, can you at least try? Can you try, talk to the university? He made me wait for almost 2 days before I had to. So the next day I was supposed to travel. He calls me and he's like, no, everything is fine. You're okay, just come. I emailed the university, and they were like, okay. I reached Ukraine, and
that day they were having their interview in the university. All the students, the new students, were having the interview the day we reached there.
Right. So my agent had COVID at that point, so he didn't come to, he sent a student to receive us, and he didn't meet us in the hostel. After a week, I find out that, oh, you cannot get into summer batch, you're gotten into winter batch. I reached there on 16th December, 15th December. 15th December I traveled. Right, 15th December I traveled. And he's like, no, you'll get into the Feb batch.
So
I came 2 months earlier.
They had to wait 2 months more for the admissions to open.
But I think they started classes early because of some reason. And we started classes, but again, that was after a month. I finished New Year, I got COVID in that
time period.
Yeah. So it was a big struggle because you're living in a new country, you're alone, and then you get sick and you had to get quarantined. We had to go out of the hostel. We were smuggled back into the hostel. It was so much. Now in between all of this, I made the payment, which was also before I started classes. I did this payment. My parents kept telling me, don't do it, because he wasn't giving the receipt at once. Also, he actually told us that the fees of the university, he will take us to the university in front of him. We will pay it directly to the university. But when I reached there, that was not the situation. And what actually happened was, in the hostel on 14th floor, he sat in the study hall and he was collecting the money, which was not the university, and he didn't have any receipt over there. So I was a little, I didn't want to do it. So I pushed it for a day. Next day he came, or I think within those days he came back, and he was like, okay, he sent his people to call us, and we went. So I told my parents, like, he's taking everybody's money, it's okay, he's trustworthy. Anyways, I didn't have a bank account over there. So I was like, if I keep the money in the hostel also, it's not safe. So when I was giving him the payment, I made sure, will you give me the receipt? I think you were there.
Yeah,
He was there.
And it was, again, see, the trust thing was there. Why? Because when I went there, I was with him at the university when he paid my fees, and I collected my receipt on the spot.
That's what he told me, and not only him, before the other guy, the other
guy, my senior, who was my friend, but he was a batch ahead of me.
So even he told me the same thing. So I was like, why is he doing it differently for us? I still, I still told my parents, I think he's trustworthy, he won't cheat and this and that. And I gave him the money. I had a little balance, which I told him that I didn't have the money. I didn't have that amount because I got COVID and stuff, so I was quarantined, and I needed to pay for all of those things. So I had changed the money. So I told him I don't have this much amount, and I will pay it to you as soon as possible. He said okay. I said, please give me the receipt tomorrow. No, please give me the receipt as soon as possible. He's like, yeah, tomorrow, but right now I will send you a receipt from the consultancy to your parents' number, which never reached. I asked my parents to message him too, but again, no reply. When I came back to the UAE, I kept messaging him, sir, send me the receipt, sir, send me the receipt. I don't have any receipt that I paid anything. Remember, we only stayed for 2 months in the hostel, right? So I was only supposed to pay 2 months fee. But anyways, whatever it is, all this is given. When I came back, I kept messaging him because I got a message from the university saying that my fee is not paid
in for the month of
first semester. When we came back, as soon as we came back. So after a month or so, I got in touch with him, and he was like, don't worry, I've already paid the fee, but the receipt is in my office in Ukraine where nobody is right now, so I can't get it for you. So what I'll do is, I will talk to the dean. So I said, I will talk to the rector, okay, the head of the university. So I was like, okay. But I still want the receipt. So as soon as you reach somewhere close by or could arrange it for it, please send it to me. Yes, I will send. The year is over. Again, I was trying for my transcript. Again, calling him, no reply. Alright. Once he picked up his phone, and thankfully he was with me at that point, and he picked up his call, and I just called before that and he didn't pick my call. So then when I was trying to get my transcripts to another person, because they weren't giving the transcripts to anybody that was not in Ukraine, especially our university. I think for my batch it was a little bit difficult.
Yeah, but if the agents ask, they do help in that way.
Or you have to have somebody that is living in the Ukraine, and that's how we got it. Right. And this girl that was my roommate, she paid him all the money, and she got an email saying that you will be expelled if you don't pay the fee within this 7 days. For her luck, she took a new admission to another place in Kazakhstan. So she didn't really require to show anything and all. She was fine with getting expelled. I didn't get any message. My name wasn't in the debt list, and everything was thing. But as soon as I started getting my transcript, I get a message from the dean saying, no, suddenly you have a debt. And I was like, but you were the one that, confirmed and told me that I don't have an issue, right? So she's like, no, it must be a system mistake. Okay. When I called this agent of mine, he's like, I kept it on hold because you have this much balance with me. So I was like, anyways, see, I was supposed to take a transfer with him, but if he had to pick up my call on time, when I'm taking a transfer with, say, if he's my agent and he's helping me with transfer, if I have any debt, any dues, I will clear it when I'm done, right? So that was the idea. He kept saying, no, I paid, and now he tells me in the end, no, I have put you on hold because you have this balance. I was ready to pay him the balance too, which he didn't deserve. But I've paid you so much for 6 years insurance, which 100% you haven't paid completely to the insurance company. I've paid you service fee, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't have a problem. I was ready to pay him the money. No reply. Now I cannot pay the whole money and then expect you to send the receipt, right? So I was like, I'll pay you half, then you send me the receipt, I'll pay you the rest.
And it was at the end, and she had to clear it out because if she was pushing the dates further, she had to pay a fine for
Yeah.
each day. So,
And in dollars.
yeah, in dollars.
So that's like, that doesn't make sense to me, right? No reply. I was like, oh my god. So I decided, so my parents were like, instead of sending him the money and then again he not replying to you, it's better you just pay double the amount and pay it to, pay double the amount I'm saying, pay the whole amount of the tuition fee to the university itself. I paid the whole year university fee again. Right? So it's very important you take receipts. Alright? Because I don't know if some agent is looking at this video. I want you all to like, understand.
You all should know that the student's life, it's like you all are playing with it. Like, try not to scam them because it is very important. They are also going through a phase. They are coming to study somewhere, and this is not something they have to deal with.
And leave new admissions. We are transfer students. Transfer students as in our life is almost at a point where we feel stranded. If you scam us at this point, you really need to be ready to face life. And agents are like, parents don't know much about this country that they're sending their child. They trust agents with all their heart. How can you do that? Like, I always called him sir. He has kids of my age. How can you do that? If anybody did that to your kid, you'd be so heartbroken. It's not about the money. I know it's his business. It's fine. But at least it's humanity, to reply, to be respectful. I have respected him so much.
He had 3 numbers and he wasn't communicating through the 3 numbers.
I reply every message I sent to 3 of his numbers. And you can it's so heartbreaking because you can see that this person is active using all 3 numbers.
Yeah.
Every day there's a status. Every day there's a message on the group that we were in. How can you do that? Okay. So be careful. Do not trust anybody. Do not even trust a student that is taking you.
So this was a life lesson actually. So which is why we keep telling you throughout the videos, do your research. Yeah. It is hard to trust, I know, but then if you do your research, if your part is right, then I think everything else will fall into place.
If anything like this happens to you, at one point it becomes difficult to trust people. We have trust issues with every single person today. Another thing is, it's so difficult to believe that, oh, I'm so smart, and then when you're scammed, it's like, oh, I'm such a fool.
Yeah.
Right? And we didn't want to go through it. We actually were applying for Serbia in December, where our agent promised us that I'll get your transcript. I don't know how he was getting our transcripts because he wasn't getting our original certificates with it, which obviously says it's fake.
This is another agent. This is scam number 2 actually. Yeah. So
we saved ourselves from that scam.
Yeah.
We didn't pay any money.
He asked us to reach Serbia within 10-15 days time when everything will be done.
Before that, pay the whole amount. No. Half his service fee you don't pay. The rest you pay.
Pay the quarter of the tuition fee. All those things he asked us to pay in the starting before going to Serbia.
And because we used our brain, we were like, no, we don't want to pay for the flat also. So he was like, yeah, you might not be able to afford it right now, right? So it's okay when you reach there. Yeah. God, how can you guys think that we're so dumb? And then you send us an invitation letter. We checked it with the university. Fake. And at least make it look...
Zero effort was put into that editing skills.
Yeah, no?
Yeah.
You could see and say that the down part and the footer and the header is like...
Even he knew before sending it to us that it was edited. Like, they could have easily understood, he knew it.
But at least that guy didn't. He replied to my message. But if he had to tell me that, I can't get the transcript this way, I would have gotten my transcript to another person. He told me I'm getting the transcript within 1 month. If I had to finish, I started with this guy since November. Till Jan 1st, I was talking to him. If he had to tell me, I would have saved on that much money.
But then after we got to know it's a scam, we kept pushing it. We were like, okay, we'll look into the next batch when it's open. And
because I wanted to wait for that 1 month till he sends me the original.
Yeah, and then we told in the meantime, you send us the transcript, to which he replied saying that it'll take 1 month time.
And he wanted the money.
Yeah, and it's been how many months now? 4 months, I think.
4 months.
I think his 1 month is not yet over, but our 4 months are done.
And
So-
he wanted the money for the transcript because he had to pay the person who was making the transcript.
Who was editing it?
Mm-hmm.
He was a
Who
costly
was
one.
apparently from the university.
Yeah, he was a costly editor. I hope these scammers, agents, what do you call them?
Scamming agents.
I hope they watch our video and
Please
feel
watch
little
it.
bad about it.
You know, no, but seriously, on a serious note, please don't do this to
Yeah.
students.
There are so many things that you all could miss out on easily during all these process. But again, keep yourself ready. Keep all the questions ready. If you are speaking to the agent directly.
Yes.
So one way that is very helpful, very good.
It's irritating to the person, to the.
But that is their job. They're getting paid for it. They're getting a.
And I'm not gonna risk it again.
Yeah. So that's all that we had to share with you all today. I hope no one goes through such a situation.
And I know it's a long video, but
Yeah, I know it's a long video, but please bear with us. It was
I just
actually
had
very.
to vent.
It was actually very helpful, useful to you all. So that's all.
That's all.
That's all. Thank God. They will be sitting and thinking, thank God it's over. But yeah, see you guys soon with some more
Be
interesting
very,
topics.
very, very safe.
Be safe. Play safe. Don't let others scam you.
You can scam people.
Hey!
Do not scam people. You don't scam people. Don't get scammed because seriously, karma is real.
Karma is.
Stop!
Oh my god! Wow!
Karma is real. It comes back to you.
Karma is
as-
not real. Karma.
Nigel, you're irritating, yaar.
Daddy, chill.
Thank you guys for watching. See you guys soon. Bye.
How can you end it without me?
Okay, say it again.
Thank you guys for watching. Do follow us. Share the videos with people. Share the video with people that could be helped by this. And
subscribe. See the button somewhere there, right?
why put it on
there.
my face?
There, somewhere. Okay, somewhere here it will be.
Okay.
Okay.
He doesn't know how to attach that button, so he's just blabbering.
You will do that.
No. Bye.